What's up, everybody? In this video, I am going to share my box of fun haul for Camp Fun Days from this year, 2023. Right away, you see that I did get all 4 of the mascots. Now, I did not get 4 full boxes. That's not the way I went about this. I did have to go second market for at least one of these for the Funhouse Bears, and I did have help from friends as well, and I did some trading in order to get all the items that I wanted from this box of fun. I went for all 4 mascots just because I've done that the past 2 years. I know some people are not crazy about the mascots, but I think Funko does put some good thought into them, and they are some good designs. Now, of course, with the actual Camp Fun Days event, they got the flocked figures. I'm not going for those. Those are just way too expensive on the second market. I'm fine with these non-flocked versions here. And if you want the mascots at this point, some people are selling them for like around 25 bucks each, so it's really not that much if you're interested in the mascots. But yeah, I did go for them the first time they did the mascots. I had those back there, and with the Blacklight Battle, I got all of those mascots as well. Those the ones from the actual Fun Days event from the Blacklight Battle, they actually glow in the dark, which is really nice, but again, they're just way too expensive on the second market. They'd be nice to have, but I'm not going to go for them, so I'm happy with these mascots here. And you all, as I move through this video, I will be sharing some gifts that were sent my way as well, because I'm actually going to upload this on my birthday, and some people were nice enough to send some items my way that I do want to share with you all. As a matter of fact, I have right here my friend Sarah actually sent me a card, and I'm dropping some things here. Let me pick those up. But yeah, Sarah actually sent me this card, and she sent it in an envelope. She actually put the letters on there for my first name, and then she sealed it with my initials. I thought that was a really sweet touch that she did that. And then speaking of sweet, check out the card that she sent here. Has ice cream going on there. It says, "Hope your birthday is a triple scoop of awesome with extra sprinkles and a cherry on top." And then it says here, "Franklin, here's a little something so you can enjoy a couple more movies in the theater before summer is over. I hope you have an awesome birthday, your friend Sarah." So yeah, my people that know me, people that follow me on social media know that I go to the movies a lot, especially this year. I've been to the movies a ton this year. So she was nice enough to send some Fandango movie cards here, and she has this multi-pack that she sent me. And then I have a former coworker who's a great friend of mine that also gave me a Fandango movie card. So like, I'm covered. I'm going to the movies for a good while. Sarah also sent me some sweet treats, which I have next to me. I'm not going to worry about sharing those on camera though. And something else she sent here that is pretty cool. She sent this Tokidoki figure here, which I actually do have some of the horror ones in my collection, but this one here represents for the Leos. It's got the Leo symbol right there, little lion crown going on and everything. So this is a really awesome figure, and I told her, and I like too that the body's kind of translucent and glittery, but I told her I actually almost bought this for myself at one time, but I just didn't feel like dealing with the line in Barnes & Noble. They actually had it though, and I think the next time I went that it had already sold. It wasn't there anymore. But this is a pretty cool looking little figure here, and I definitely like things that represent for the Leos, so that is pretty awesome. Now with Sarah, I also did some trading in order to get some Freddy Funkos, but I'm not going to share those just because they may be a part of the prize pool that I'm using for my Fun Days concept contest. And do check that out if you're not familiar with it. It is on the channel, pretty easy to find. So for that contest, yeah, I decided instead of just choosing the Freddy Funkos for the winner, I'm gonna have a selection for that individual that wins that contest. And like I said, Sarah was nice enough to help out with that, and I really do appreciate that. Speaking of Sarah, she and I are both big fans of the movie Trick or Treat. As a matter of fact, she actually got me a copy of that movie. I will share this quickly, even though it's not a Fun Days pop. I do have here the flocked Sam. Now it says, Spirit exclusive, but I actually did order this with Amazon, and it still came in a box that said Spirit Halloween, which is interesting. But yeah, I really did like the look of this pop here, so I wanted to make sure I added this to my collection. I feel like it's one of the few pops that even at a glance you can kind of tell that it is flocked, his little suit there. So yeah, really happy with this. And of course, Sarah, I know she added this to her collection as well. So I have a couple of Sam Pops at this point. I don't have the OG one, but I do have a couple of the ones that they have made, including the unmasked one and him seated. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm going to sit that off to the side there. And again, I know some people are, eager to see what else I got from the box of fun. Just be patient with me. I'm definitely getting there. Let me share another pop real quick. Again, this is not a box of fun one. I just want to share it though. This was part of the birthday gifts that I got from a good friend of mine. So definitely big shout out to Sherry. But yeah, this is a pretty cool one from this Civil War set, the Hawkeye. I'm not getting all of these figures from this set, and he was one of the earlier ones revealed. I do like the Vision, and there's a couple of others that I do like, but like I said, I'm not going for this full set. It's just too much. But yeah, the Civil War Hawkeye, I thought this one had a really good look to it. The base is huge because, you know, they kind of have it where these pops can fit together, but I'm not going to worry about that. But yeah, I do like this Hawkeye. I think it's one of the better ones that Funko has done. And like I said, Sherry was nice enough to send some other gifts, but I'm not going to share all of that here. I'm going to go ahead and get to the sodas that I have here from the box of fun. And initially, I didn't really get the ones that I wanted, two of the main ones that I wanted, but my good friend Collecting Plastic got them, and he was nice enough to sell them to me for a very fair price. He definitely could have gone to the second market and gotten more for these, so I do appreciate that. So we have here Freddy Funko as HeMan and Freddy Funko as Batman. And I am going to open these up because these are definitely keepers for me. You see that each one of these is 5,000 pieces. Now, I will be honest, I'll be 100% honest. When I saw these, I wasn't super crazy about them. I was a little bit disappointed just because I'll get to it as I actually open these up. But you'll see that the costumes are basically painted on more than they are sculpted. And I was kind of surprised that Funko went that route. In a way, it almost makes them look like sort of like Halloween costumes, basically. So again, this is Freddy Funko as He-Man. So for example, here you see that with the legs, especially the shorts there, they're painted onto the body. Yeah, they're not, it's not actually like, you know, sculpted shorts or anything. And actually, it looks kind of weird here because of the way that the upper body kind of sticks out. You know, that's just a little bit awkward looking. So yeah, it makes it look more like a costume, but I mean, I don't know, maybe that's what they were going for. I'm sure that's what some people will say. Maybe that's the look they were going for. It is still cool though to have Freddy Funko as He-Man and as Batman, but it's just not what I expected in terms of the design. And of course, I don't know what you actually call this on his torso, but even that, you know, you see is painted onto the body. It's not actually sculpted. It could be a production thing where it just made it faster for them to actually get these done, and maybe it took them a while to decide what they wanted to do in terms of characters and what they legally could do with characters. So there's the Polka, of course, and they got He-Man throwing up the peace sign. Remember, of course, with the Fun Days sodas that there are no chases. What you see on the can is what you get inside. So let's go ahead and open up the Batman as well. And again, you'll see that the costume is actually painted onto the body. And I feel like with the sodas for these Fun Days events, some people just really are not big on them. This year, I think one of the big things though was some people are trying to get all four of the Ninja Turtles. In fact, that's what Sarah is doing. So I did trade my Donatello to her. Yeah, and I think she's just one away from having that full set. A couple of people are just trying to get one or two more to complete the set. So his crown's a little caught up here. Now, I will say I do think the Batman does look better than the He-Man. But again, you know, it's that painting right onto the body. And with this one, I really wish they at least had sculpted the cape. I think that would have helped it a lot. But yeah, this makes it look like one of those costumes that I know when I was a kid, like if you needed a last minute Halloween costume, you might find them at a local store and you could just grab one real quick. And it was just like this. It was just basically a suit with the design painted onto it, basically, you know, so. But it is cool looking overall, though the mask definitely helps this one to stand out some more. Yeah. So again, I definitely appreciate Collecting Plastic to help me to add these to my collection. There's the Pog for that one. And I do have one more soda that is a Fun Days one that I'm going to go ahead and share with you all. Okay, so let's go and get to this one here. Now, this one I actually did get myself from my own box that I ordered. We do have here Freddy Funko as Thor. So this is the other one that I wanted. So in terms of the sodas for this Fun Days event, I actually did end up with the 3 that I wanted. I wasn't worried about the Turtles, wasn't worried about Dustin from Stranger Things. You know, I'm good with what I got here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this Thor out. And the Thor is 5,000 pieces as well. It's the same count for all of these. And again, you'll see the way the paint job was done. Yeah, I do like that. His crown, right away, his crown stands out some more because it has that silver going on, that kind of shiny silver. And again, the cape, you know, like I said, I wish the cape at least was sculpted. I think that would help it some, but still pretty cool looking. And again, you know, they're all throwing at the peace sign. It's the same mold for all of these. It's really just the paint that separates them. but I do think this is a good look for the Thor. I like the Thor costume that they chose here. Does work. And the paint job actually does make it kind of look comic style. So it's a pretty decent soda overall. And definitely let me know, with the Fun Days figures here, did you go for any of the sodas? Did you keep any of the sodas? Which ones did you get for your collection? Okay, again, there's the Pog. All right, so next up here, I do have two other sodas here that I'm going to open very quickly. These were a part of a trade that I did with Nerdsmithing. So shout out to Nerdsmithing for doing a trade with me. In fact, he was the first person that I did a trade with in order to get a figure that I wanted. And I'll share that figure in just a moment. But yeah, these are actually the non-chases for the Snorkel Freddy Funko and the Jessica Rabbit. Here, those sodas are out of the cans. Now, if you follow the channel, you know that I did order a Snorkel Freddy Funko, and I was lucky enough to get the chase right away. But I wanted to make sure I had this version of it as well. It does look pretty cool. Definitely like the coloring on it. And then Jessica Rabbit, I decided to get her as well. Initially, I couldn't remember if I had Roger Rabbit, the soda in my collection or not, but I actually do have it. So yeah, I will be putting those two together. And Jessica Rabbit at this point, I mean, she's just like an iconic, animated character. So yeah, very cool to have both of these in the collection now. And from Nerdsmithing, I did, like I said, I did a trade, and I did get one of the Freddy Funkos that I really wanted from the box of fun. Some people are not big fans of The Office, so they weren't so worried about this one, but I really am glad that I have it in my collection. So we do have here Freddy Funko as Dwight, and this is the original Dwight, him actually holding the stapler and the Jello there, based on that prank from the first episode. Pretty cool there. This one, 3,000 pieces. Yeah, pretty cool figure. So yeah, some people got this and they weren't so worried about it. So a lot of people, I think, were trading this one away. It's probably one on the second market that's not being resold for as high of a price as some of the others, even though it's 3,000 pieces. But I think it's a great figure, and I definitely appreciate Nerdsmithing sending this one my way. And I do want to share as well that he was nice enough to send one of his custom Freddy Funko sodas. He does make custom Freddy Funko sodas, and he sent me this one here, which I'll tell you right now, the glow on this is absolutely amazing, and I'll show you the glow on this figure at the end of this video. But I really appreciate him being nice enough to send me this figure here. Pretty cool. And I do have the original version of that Freddy Funko there in my collection also. As a matter of fact, it's still right here because I used it for a size comparison in another video. Yeah, there it is right there. So I can actually have these side by side. But yeah, like I said, I'll show you the glow at the end of the video. I also, I won't say did a trade. Well, I guess it did end up being a trade, but initially Timberly, also known as Florida's Bluest Angel, she's just such a nice person. She was just going to send me this figure, but it did end up being a trade basically. So I got another Freddy Funko I really wanted from the box of fun. We have here Freddy Funko as Polka Dot Man. And this is yet another one that some people were kind of sleeping on. Some people weren't so interested in this one, but I love the design of it. Of course, I mean, the body is just like the, the regular Pop. But I really like the look of it, and I like what they did with the crown as well. The crown actually has polka dots on it. This might be one that, as a matter of fact, let me actually get this one out of the box so I can really show you why I appreciate this one so much. Check out the crown there. Such a simple detail, but it has the polka dots on it, which I do appreciate. I think that looks pretty cool, and I do like the effect of him using his polka dots as well. I think Funko just did a good job with this character, and it's from one of my favorite movies, the year that it came out. I know that some people were not into the Suicide Squad. In fact, there are some people that like the original Suicide Squad movie more, which I don't completely understand. I definitely am not that one of those types of fans, but it's all good. People have different tastes, but I really did like the Suicide Squad, and I like this character in the movie, so I was really happy that they did this figure here. I'm glad to have it in the collection thanks to Timberly's help. And she also sent me a capsule figure as well, a figure that actually came in one of these little capsules here, and I went ahead and put it together, and it's a character, one of my favorite anime characters. It's actually of Tangaroo. So I do think that's cute, and I definitely have space on my Demon Slayer shelf to add him. Although I will say my Demon Slayer shelf, I'm gonna have to expand soon. It's getting to be more than one shelf can handle, basically. So yeah, I'll be changing that up, especially because I think I am going to get the deluxe size of Rengoku when that becomes available. Keeping it moving here. Actually, let me go ahead and get one more pop out of the way that's not from the box of fun. I know some of you mainly want to see the Freddys that I got, but I do want to share this one as well real quick. So this is a summer convention one, you know, released with SDCC, and this came from eBay. We have here The Question, which I'm a fan of this character mainly via the animation. I haven't really read his comics directly, but yeah, I'm a fan of the character. It's a very simple design, obviously, because he doesn't have a face. I do appreciate that they went with this type of sculpt where it kind of gives more of a jawline and cheekbones going on there. But yeah, the bubble wrap that eBay used, it's like very cheap. So I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but initially I thought it was like some weird fingerprints on there. But like there's these weird spots from the bubble wrap, I guess, on the box. So whatever they did with this shipping, I hope they don't continue to do that in the future. It's like certain angles in the light, I could see it a lot. You know, I don't know, like I said, I don't know how well it's picking up on camera, but hopefully they won't do that anymore. It's still a cool looking pop. I'm still glad that I ordered it though for my DC collection. Yeah, I am happy with it overall. I thought those spots were kind of weird to see on that figure. Let me move on here. I want to get to, I definitely want to shout out my friend Kat D, because she did help me out with Fun Days also. And as a matter of fact, I ended up with doubles, and we ended up kind of doing a trade basically, and she ordered one figure that I wanted that I didn't initially get. So we do have here the flocked Shaggy. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool the way that the flocking was done for his hair and his clothing. Also, it just really fits the character. Now, there is an issue with this figure that some people may have noticed, and it's the paint apps. So, you know, he has like the whiskers on his chin, but whoever put this paint app on, like they put it way too high. It's almost like they mistakenly thought that it was meant to represent a mustache, because it's like right up under his nose. And they're all like that. For the flocked and the non-flocked version, they all ended up like that. So that is a mistake. It still kind of works, you know, I mean, because, I mean, if you think of it more like a mustache, it kind of works, even though technically I think a mustache for the most part, you know, they tend to curve downward. But just so weird that happened, that Funko allowed that to happen. So yeah, Funko definitely needs to step it up in terms of quality control, because that's so weird that all these figures turned out that way, and maybe even turn some people away from wanting this particular figure. But yeah, like I said, I still wanted the flocked variant here, so that's why I went ahead and did that trade in order to get it. And Kat was nice enough to send some items that she had been holding for me. So we do have a fig pen here, and this is of that very classic looking Joker. And I do have some Joker items spread around my collection. In fact, I have a good amount of Joker. I just don't have them all together in my collection. So I'll find a good spot for him. In fact, I do have a Joker shelf where there may be some space for this particular fig pen here. So I do appreciate that item there. I'm going to sit back there. And then another item that she picked up for me, she was in Target and just checking out what was available, and she did grab a soda for me, their exclusive Mantis. Now, I've seen this in stores several times, but I decided just to wait because I knew that she was going to be sending me this one. So again, Target exclusive. As far as the chase is concerned, it's really her in a different outfit. And I don't have any of the other Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 sodas just yet. I may end up getting some of them. I know I definitely want the Groot one. So yeah, I may share those in a future video if I manage to get them. So let's go ahead and see which one I got here, whether it's the chase or the non-chase. You know, either way, I'll be cool with it. So this is not the chase, and this is her in the actual Guardians outfit, which is definitely cool with me. And I do, of course, like the character of Mantis. I like the green streaks in her hair as well. That's nice detailing. Yeah, so that is a cool figure. And this one, if you want it, pretty easy to find at Target. I know I've been seeing plenty of these in Target. There's a nice artwork there as well for the Pog. Okay. So definitely big shout out to Kat D, you know, always trying to look out for me. I do appreciate that. Well, I don't think I shared the artwork on these other Pogs here, especially like that artwork for Jessica Rabbit. Okay. So yeah, just sharing those real quick. So I'm down to my last two Freddy Funkos that I did add to my collection from this box of fun. So I do have here another one from the Suicide Squad, or I don't know, maybe they consider, yeah, it's the Suicide Squad. It does show it on the back. I was about to say maybe it's based on his series, but no, it does say the Suicide Squad. So I got here Peacemaker. I'll still say the same thing I've been saying about Peacemaker. I really wish he had his gun. It just doesn't feel right for him to not have it. Some people also said maybe they should have done him with Eagly. I could see that as well. For him to not have anything with him, nothing in his hands, is a little bit awkward, but it's still cool that it is Peacemaker and Freddy Funko as Peacemaker. I do appreciate, and he just has a silver crown going on there. So yeah, definitely wanted to have this in the collection. And then the last one here, speaking of my friend Kat D, this is based on a movie that she and I are both fans of. We may have actually watched it together at some point. But we have here Freddy Funko as Merlin. And let me see if it shows, yeah, the sword and the stone on the back there. So there is a diamond variant of this one. I would have loved to have gotten the diamond variant of Merlin. Didn't luck out with that one. That's okay, though. This one here is still cool. And I do have the other pops based on the sword and the stone. As a matter of fact, I even have the chase of the dragon. That's pretty cool. So yeah, very happy to have this in the collection now. And this is another one I ended up with the double of. So Kat D ended up with that double, I believe. But yeah, there it is, you all. This is my Fun Days haul, along with some birthday items mixed in, and there's just some general gifts mixed in. I pretty much got everything that I wanted with Fun Days except for the metallic Captain America. Would have loved to have gotten that one, but I'm not going to stress over it. I feel like as a collector, you can't have that attitude like you need everything. I think that just, it takes a lot of fun out of the hobby, so I'm not going to stress over that. I know that the Captain America is crazy price on the second market, and I really don't see that price coming down that much, if at all. So I'm just not going to stress over that. It is a cool figure, but yeah, I'm very happy with the figures that I have here. I'll remind you all again that I do have that contest going on right now. If you're watching this, immediately in the month of August, I do have that contest going on, the Fun Days concept contest. And the winner, like I said, is going to get to choose a couple of Freddy Funkos that I have. Remember that my good friend Sarah actually helped out with that prize pool, and I do appreciate that so much. So yeah, do consider entering the contest. It's not a lot of work to it, pretty simple, and I think it'll be fun as well. Definitely big shout out to everybody that's been nice enough to wish me a happy birthday. I really do appreciate that as well. My birthday tends to fall on a weekday. I'm usually working, and I will be working on my birthday this particular time. So it's still good though. It's still all good. I'm definitely glad to see another year, basically. But again, thank you all so much for taking the time to check this out. Let me know what you think about the figures that I got here. Definitely let me know about your Fun Days haul as well, what you ended up adding to your collection. Appreciate you all so much, and I will talk to you all again real soon.